Alright, 6th graders, we are on week 3 for remote learning activities. We are going to start at day 1 with story problems. For each story problem, write an equation to represent the problem and then solve the equation. Be sure to explain the meaning of any variables you use. So your key points here are you need an equation, you need to solve the equation, and then you need to explain the meaning of variables, right? Because you can put a variable there, but we will not know what it represents until you tell us what it is. So, for A and B, you're going to read the problem and write an equation. We can do A. Jada's dog was 5.5 inches tall when it was a puppy. Now her dog is 14.5 inches taller than that. How tall is Jada's dog now? So my equation can look like this. 5.5 plus 14.5 is equal to the height of Jada's dog. So I'm going to make it equal to D. So I'm going to write over here, D is the height of the dog. Height. I am so sorry. I need to. Nope. Height of dog. In inches. Okay? And then you're going to go solve it. And you're going to do the same thing for B. Make sure you write what the variable you use represents. Fraction division, so again you use 0 to 9 only once to solve the problem below. So it's going to be like the ones you've done before, but this is with fractions. Remember, this is tricky. When you divide with fractions, you're going to do the keep, change, flip method. So make sure you take into consideration that with the digits 0 to 9. Surface area, 27 unit cubes are packed together to create this 3x3x3 cube. Each face of a unit cube has an area of 1. If all 8 of the corner cubes are removed, by how much will the surface area of the figure increase? So you're going to need to think about surface area in this one and what surface area actually is. So you might have to look that up if you don't remember. Moving to day 2. Distributive property. Select all the expressions that represent the area of the large outer rectangle. So you want to try to find something that's going to represent this whole rectangle. Out of these 6 equations over there, which one will represent this? An example of this is, let's say I have 5 siblings. I give each of my 5 siblings 2 Snicker bars. So how many Snicker bars would I need to give out? And also, each of my 5 siblings are also going to get 4 Reese's cups. So each of my 5 siblings gets 4, so how many would that be? So which one of these expressions would explain that? Another puzzle source, arrange the 6 tiles, so these 6 number tiles down here, you're going to arrange them to make the statements under the names true. When you're finished, which tile is in the same box as 5? So the first step is to arrange these into the correct rectangle, but your final step is the question, which tile is in the same box as 5? So which of these numbers is in the same one as 5? Make sure you're always solving the question they ask for. Lastly, for day 2, fraction talk. What fraction of the big rectangle is the region marked X? So again, we're looking at this big rectangle. And again, we're going to pretend like my mouse can draw a straight line. So this is the large rectangle. I can already see that if I draw this line right here, that's going to be cut in half. So here's one half and here's another half. I can see that this line right here is doing the same thing, but horizontally. So then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, so that's a fourth. So then we're going to do kind of what we did last week. If this is 1/4, we have 1/4, and we can see that it's divided into 1, 2, 3 parts. I'll write that right there. There's 1, 2, 3 parts. So, and there's an X right there. So 1/3 of this portion right here, which is 1/4 of 1/4, what is that going to be equal to? And then you would get your answer. That is all for day 2, or yes, for day 1 and day 2 of week 3.